Pursuant to Article 9, Section 16 of the Constitution of the Federated States of Micronesia and Title 3, Section 201 of the Code of the Federated States of Micronesia, and as set forth in the official rules of procedure of the CFSM Congress, I hereby call the 23rd Congress of the Federated States of Micronesia, 6th regular session to order. May we all rise for a moment of silent prayer. Chief Clerk, please call the roll.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Senator Abelo Alfonso,
Kasalilyamang, amen.
Senator Ardos, Senator Asher,
Duo, Happy New Year nga.
Senator Christian, Senator Figuer, Senator Collant, Senator Conman, Floor Leader Lawrence,
Amen.
Senator Marar, Senator Nemea,
Yes.
Vice Speaker Romulo,
Amen.
Senator Segra,
Yes, good morning.
Senator Rosamal,
Otin and Bara.
Speaker Moses.
Aye.
Mr. Speaker, 8 members are present.
We have a quorum to conduct business. So, next item, Chief Clerk.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The next item is item number 4, appointment of committee to wait on the president.
Okay, I would like to appoint Vice Speaker Romulo as chair, Chairman Asher as a member, Chairman Rusmal, and Madam Chair Abelio Alfonso to be. And if you have the time, can you please consult with the President on the time? Next item, Chief Clerk.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The next item is item number 5, presidential communications. We are in receipt of numbers 23-512 to number 23-545.
Next item.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The next item is item number 6, FSM Supreme Court Communications. As of now, we have one, and it's number 23-12.
Next item.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The next item is item number 7, member communications. We have numbers 23-26 and number 23-27.
Thank you. Continue.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We're now on item number 8, departmental communications. We are in receipt of numbers 23-103 to number 23-107.
Continue.
Item 9, HSCR Governmental Authority Communications. We have 2 of them, and they are numbers 23-39 and 23-40.
Continue.
Item 10, State Communications. We have numbers 23-53 and number 23-54. Item 11, State Supreme Court Communications. None, Mr. Speaker. Item 12, Municipal or Town Communications. None also, Mr. Speaker. And item number 13, Foreign Government Communications. We have numbers 23-107 to number 23-112.
Next item.
Item 14, Miscellaneous Communications. We have one, and it's number 23-19, Mr. Speaker.
Order of the day.
Speaker,
Floor Leader Lawrence,
point of privilege, Mr. Speaker.
state your point.
Thank you. Mr. Speaker, good morning. Allow me this opportunity to first express my Happy New Year to you and fellow members from across the states. Welcome back. I also wish to say Happy New Year and good morning to everyone gathered in the gallery today and those tuned in virtually and abroad and elsewhere. Welcome to the sixth and final regular session of your 23rd Congress. Mr. Speaker, it is an honor and a privilege to introduce for recognition and welcome today's proceedings. First of all, it is an honor and a privilege to welcome again His Excellency, the President of the Federated States of Micronesia, His Excellency Wesley Simina. Let's all give him a round of applause. The Vice President of the Federated States of Micronesia, Honorable Aaron B. Balik. It is also an honor and a privilege for me to also welcome and recognize our Pohnpei State Governor, Honorable Stephen St. Joseph, and with him, the First Lady. Let us also recognize and welcome the President's cabinet members and the national organizations and agencies who are here with us today. I am also pleased to introduce and welcome members of the Diplomatic Corps who have joined us today, and I will begin with the Dean of the Diplomatic Corps, the Ambassador of the Embassy of the People's Republic of China, His Excellency Wu Wei. The Ambassador of the Embassy of Japan, His Excellency Nobuo Katsumiya. The Ambassador of the Embassy of the United States of America, Her Excellency Jennifer L. Johnson. And representing the Embassy of Australia, Second Secretary and Consul, Ms. Rachel Wood. I'd also like to, for recognition, and also like to welcome the Executive Director for the Western and Central Pacific Fisheries Commission, in short, the Tuna Commission, Mrs. Rhea Moss Christian. Kalangan.
Thank you, Floor Leader. Everyone is truly appreciated when people show up to observe their Congress, especially when we have the President and Vice President both present. It's truly an honor. Next item, Chief Clerk.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We're now under the order of the day, and the first item under the order of the day is item number 15, standing committee reports. None at the moment, Mr. Speaker.
Next item.
Item 16, special committee reports. None also, Mr. Speaker.
Next item.
The next item is item 17 for assignment of measures and communications. Please refer to referral sheet number 23-79.
Chairs and members, please take note of the referral sheet. Next item.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The next item is item 18, unfinished business. None at the moment, Mr. Speaker.
Continue.
Item 19, bill calendar. None also, Mr. Speaker. Item 20, resolution calendar. We do not have any, Mr. Speaker.
Short recess, Mr. Speaker.
Short recess. Congress is back in session. Next item, Chief Clerk.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The next item is item 21, introduction of bills and resolutions.
If you have any measures to introduce, please pass them forward to Chief Clerk. Next item.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The next item is item 22, miscellaneous business.
Any miscellaneous business?
Mr. Speaker,
Go ahead, Chairman Asher.
thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I wish to join you and the members to convey my respect to President Simina, Vice President Balik, the cabinet members, members of the Diplomatic Corps, Governor Joseph and his wife, Rhea Moss Christian, and all the people that are here today. Mr. Speaker, as we gather at the threshold of a new year, a renewed sense of purpose fills our hearts and our halls. I think this is a time to reflect on the past, embrace the present, and look forward to the future with hope of determination. Our role as lawmakers or public servants is both a great honor and a profound responsibility. We serve as the architects of our society, shaping laws and policies that will define the lives of our citizens for generations to come. In the spirit of this renewal, let us begin the new year with a commitment to collaboration, innovation, and courage. In the face of challenges, we may find opportunity. In the moments of division, may we build bridges. In times of doubt, let us be guided by the unwavering belief in our capacity to foster positive change. There is immense power in dialogue, and I think in sharing of perspectives and ideas across the aisle. This year, we should recommit to constructive conversations that transcend political boundaries. Our shared goals of progress, justice, prosperity are far greater than the differences that divide us. As custodians of democracy, our willingness to engage openly and respectfully can inspire an entire nation to do the same. The challenges we face, whether economic, social, environmental, among other things, they are complex and multifaceted. They demand innovative solutions fueled by imaginations, research, and evidence. As lawmakers, we have the opportunity to champion initiatives that would harness technology, empower creativity, and invest in education, health, and infrastructure. We must be bold in our visions and fearless in pursuit of policies that pave the way for a brighter future. Integrity is the bedrock of trust that the citizens place in their representative or in us. As leaders, let each action and decision be guided by the highest ethical standards. We must remember that transparency and accountability are the pillars upon which public confidence is built. By leading with integrity, we should set a precedent that extends far behind these chambers, encouraging a culture of responsibility nationwide. At the heart of the legislative process is the power to effect real change in people's life. This year, we should prioritize engagement with the communities we serve, understanding their hopes and addressing their concerns. Legislative measures should not only be passed, but felt in the daily lives of our citizens, bridging the gap between governance and grassroots. In conclusion, Mr. Speaker, the road ahead is tempered with obstacles, but it is also rich with possibilities. Together, let us harness the strength of unity and the power of action to steer our nations toward prosperity, peace, and resilience. May this year mark a new chapter of growth, guided by compassion and fortified by our shared commitment to serve. As we move forward, let us remember that history will judge us by the courage we display, the choices we make, and the legacy we leave behind. On this new journey, let us be resolute, let us be visionary, and most importantly, let us be worthy stewards of the trust that is placed in us. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Chairman Asher, for those words. Chairman Rusmal.
Thank you
Any
very much,
miscellaneous-
Mr. Speaker. After the statement by our good chairman of J&GO, there is nothing more to add to what has been said, except, Mr. Speaker, if I may, I wish to bring greetings from the farthest state of this federation, the state of Yap, and the people of the state of Yap, to you, Speaker, His Excellency, our President, Vice President, members of the Cabinet, and members of the Diplomatic Corps. Indeed, it's a new year, a new beginning, and I hope that the words elaborated very eloquently by the good chairman of J&GO, Chairman Asher, will not will go beyond just words. We had been called a nation of NATO, not the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, but no actions, talks only. So let this year, this new year 2025, remove the NATO from our midst and be replaced by actions, not just mere actions of to be active, but to do the best for our four states, for our people, and for this world. As stated in our preamble to the Constitution, we extend peace and all of that to the world. And it's good that we have with us superpowers of this nation, of this world. And I continue to hope that through their interactions here, that they would extend to their governments and their countries what we seek from them, peace throughout the world. And must also to take care of climate change, as it is a threat to the existence of our country, especially those islands that are basically 2 feet below sea level. So thank you, and I assure you that my colleague, Chairman Figueroa, will be here this weekend and will be ready, more than ready to tackle all the works that need to be done during this sixth regular session of the Congress and the remaining months of his being a member of this Congress, as already made known to each and every one of us. Our colleague is not seeking re-election, which is very disappointing to me. Nevertheless, he has done great, not only for YAP, but for Congress since 1983. So thank you, Mr. Speaker and honorable members. Very happy New Year, and I assure you I will not always be like before, high blood all the time. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman Usman. I like your new term for NATO. It kind of reminds me of today's session of Congress where we have a quorum but cannot do any action.
Mr. Speaker,
Who was that? Madam Chair Abel Alfonso?
yes, Mr. Speaker. Point of privilege, Mr. Speaker.
Say your point.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'd like to join the rest of my colleagues. First of all, paying my respects to you, Mr. Speaker, to Vice Speaker, Floor Leader, and the rest of my esteemed colleagues in this body. I would like to also pay my respects and acknowledge the presence of our President, His Excellency President Simina, Vice President Aaron Pollack, and of course the honorable cabinet members present with us here today. I wish to also acknowledge and pay my respects to the Diplomatic Corps, the head of mission, Ambassador His Excellency Wu Wei, and the rest of the ambassadors. And along with the state leadership, the local leadership, municipal leaderships, I take note that Honorable Governor Stevenson Joseph is present with us today. My respects to you, along with First Lady, Dr. Aina Karstang, my medical colleague. I'm very happy to and pleased to see both of them. But most especially, of course, we all know this may well be, this is the last regular session for the 23rd FSM Congress. And it is only fitting that I send my greetings to my ED1 family, those in the outer islands, Sapafik, Kapinga, Marangi, Nukoro, Oruluk, and all those abroad on foreign soil, together with everybody here. As an ED1 representative and one of the newest members in this body, the past years have been very, very challenging and informative as well as inspiring. This new year, everybody starting on a clean plate. I thank my colleague, Chairman Asher, for all the points and the message he has conveyed. Very inspirational, motivates me even further. I join him and all the rest in saying Happy New Year. This is a new start. I believe we've gone through a lot for the past year, and valuable lessons have been learned. With these lessons, I would like to think that all of us will be coming together to work together in unity, with respect, in collaboration and partnership to make this year a better year. It has been an honor to work with everybody, and I hope that this coming year we can do better, and look forward to working with each and every one of you for a better 2025. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and thank you for the opportunities to speak.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Any more miscellaneous business?
Mr. Speaker,
Chairman Mia?
thank you, Mr. Speaker. Like the previous speakers, I'd like to convey on behalf of the people of our great state of Chuk our warmest and special greetings for the new year. Happy New Year. I also would like to pay my respect and welcome the presence of His Excellency President Wesley Semina, Vice President Aaron Pollock, Honorable Governor Stephen Joseph, and his beloved wife, First Lady, all the cabinet members, and the luminaries that are also here, our diplomatic corps. Special greetings to all of you. As we usher in this new year, I hope that we can recommit ourselves to a more focused approach to progress. And that would be one that we will dedicate ourselves to action as opposed to verbiage or words. I'm really hoping that we can do that for the sake of the people of this great nation. Time is of the essence, and there is a need to attach a sense of urgency that for all that we do. So with your committee as chairman of R&D, I'm hoping that we can work collaboratively and champion innovative approaches that will help us move our progress in advancing sustainable development of this great nation. We know that challenges ahead of us is tremendous, but working together in unity, I am confident that we can surmount all the challenges ahead of us. So without belaboring the rest of the session, I just want to convey again our deepest and our profound respect and special greetings, especially for the people of my good state, and also special greetings to all the people of the various states of Micronesia who are here and who may also be looking in from afar. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Chairman Miao. Any more miscellaneous business?
Mr. Speaker,
Vice Speaker?
thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, and good morning to you, members, and a Happy New Year to everyone in the gallery this morning. I am very reluctant to express this concern to ruin the good statement that have been made before me by my colleagues. But as a representative of the people, I am bound to express this concern in this miscellaneous. Before Christmas, one of our national officials came from Yap to her home port in Ponape. On her way, there was a request to pick up 2 patients from the other island in Juk. The request was accepted. The patients were picked up. Unfortunately, as I understand, when there is an emergency, even though the captain have that authority to divert the vessels to wherever he thinks he can steer the boat for the safety of the people on board. When the vessel departed the other island, I thought because it is an emergency involving a sick patient, the next port of call will be the closest place where the patient will seek treatment. Unfortunately, the vessel entered the Juk Lagoon, where I thought the patients will be disembarked to seek that treatment. But the vessel steered out from the lagoon and head to Bombay. My concern is that if something happened to the patient or the 2 patients on board, who would be responsible? When the vessel refused to dock to the closest dock where the patients can be treated. Until now, the patients and their family are stranded in Bombay without their choice to come to Bombay, where they don't have families to be taken care of while they're in Bombay. So, Mr. Speaker, it is a great concern for me and for future issues. I hope I would bring up this concern so an appropriate authorities, agencies can look into to see how this issue can be addressed to prevent a liability of the government, to address the issues, the burden that the people have endured without their choice. So Mr. Speaker, I thought I would wait and bring it up to the committee that I am assigned to chair. But as a representative of the people, I thought I would bring up to this chamber. So as a policymakers, as a representative of the people, we can own, because it's not just going to be me and the people that I present that may experience this very issue. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. Point is well taken. Any more miscellaneous business? If none, next item, Chief Clerk.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The next item is item number 23, announcements, Mr. Speaker.
Madam Chair Abelio Alfonso, any announcement?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I currently have no announcements, but maybe forthcoming in the next week or so. Thank you.
Chairman Asher.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Nothing now except that there is some readings that has been distributed to members to review before we may be meeting next week. Thank you.
Chairman Nemia.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I don't have any at the moment, but there will be some coming forth, especially on nominations. We'll be tackling some nominations, and the respective notifications will be made. Thank you.
Thank you. Chairman Rusmal.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. There is no announcement from your Committee on Education, awaiting a decision by this Congress whether to remarry, education and health, or stay divorced. Thank you.
Thank you. Madam Chair Sigra.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. No announcement.
Vice Speaker Romulo.
Thank you very much, Speaker. After consulting with the President, your committee to wait on the President will be received after our session. If we have a meeting, the members meeting after this session, then we will have the committee to wait right after our meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, Vice Speaker. And before I hand it off to Floor Leader, I was going to ask if we could maybe have a short 5 minutes, 10 minutes in the members' lounge right after session before the committee heads down to the President's office. And also, the governor of the state of Pohnpei is here this morning, and he's inviting us to the opening ceremony of the newly renovated administration building this afternoon at 3. So they moved that opening ceremony because Congress is in session today. So hopefully some of us can show up. Floor Leader.
No announcement, Speaker. Move that Congress stands in recess until Monday morning at 10.
It's been moved and seconded that Congress stands at recess until Monday at 10 a.m. All those in favor of the said motion say aye. All opposed say nay. Motion carried. Congress stands at recess until Monday at 10 a.m.